Oh, we're gonna go M20. I want to keep. I'm enjoying this format and enjoying trying to figure it out. Oh, sure. Give us Chandra on the paid account. Desperately trying to keep our heads above water and free to play. But
I know who I am.
I think we can start
and
there.
No one is telling me what to do.
Spitfire, but I just like an Ember Hauler. Wow, into Rapacious Dragon. Are we mono red? Certainly taking Dragon there. I'm not going to force mono red or anything, though. Tracker's decent. But gosh, there's nothing really here to pull us off it. I don't know. Infuriate's an okay combat trick. Digger's been... I like Digger. It's got that... Okay, fine. It's a 3-2 for 3. That's not a big deal. But late game, it's a big deal. Why Hauler over Spitfire? I really like removal. I like Hauler's removal. We can wheel Digger. Well, what are we taking? Because we're going to... I think we might wheel anything here, but... I don't know about Digger wheeling out of this pack. I'm going to take the Digger now. Now I think I like a Champ, and we can see about picking up some token making. Vaporkin wanted the unsummon there. Too late for that now, but... I kind of do, don't I? If anything, I over-level up around here, but whatever, I am what I am. I'm going to do it my way. I'm not a fan of Scorch Spitter, no. I'm hoping not to play that. I'm going to take Champ, see if we get the tools for it. Smuggler is all right. Guess we like a Tracker or an Octoprofit. Tracker supports the Champ we already have, I mean, color-wise, but Octoprofit's probably a little better. Blue's probably a little better. Yeah, Rapacious Dragon triggering Champ is fun times. I had one deck early on that had 2 champions and 2 dragons, and that was fun. I don't like the key. I think we can take... We only want one of these if we do get one, so we'll take Profit and stay a little bit open on our second color. Fry for the board. That's a pretty solid removal spell for the board. I'm going to take the solid sideboard removal over the second Profit here. Uninspiring 2-drop. Pump or more specking on Weaponsmith. Captain could spec on a 3rd color. Or 4th color, really. I don't know if we're red-white, though, ever. Are we ever going to be red-white? I don't know. Is Sentinel good with Smuggler, or is it just a 2-drop, and the Smuggler is a thing that makes 2-drops unblockable? I consider things, quote, good with Smuggler when you can make them bigger after the fact. I'm going to pass on this Captain. We're going to take a boring 2-drop. Natural end for the board, another boring 2, but you get to start, if we get the density here, we can just be curve out Gruul. And I think if we're not gonna, we do have a dragon, but if you're not activating the activated ability queen, then I just like the sentinel better. An extra point of toughness and vigilance is way better than a 2/1. Right now we have 1 dragon, but if we're going to be in green, it's unlikely that we're going to have much more flying. Yeah. I'm just surprised that all of you are like, Grabber is better than Sentinel in this deck. Right now, Sentinel's better. Grabber gets better if we get more flyers. But yeah, maybe I end up regretting taking Sentinel over Grabber here. Also, we're definitely red. I mean, that's a thing. Like, we might not even be green, whereas we're definitely going to be red. But I'm going to take the Sentinel. It's better than the Grabber at this point, and it's better than the Grabber in red-green, which looks where we're headed. Prismite here on that theory. I mean, Prismite's better than the Grabber in our deck in many ways. Looks like we picked the right colors. We wield the Infuriate and the Wand and the Raider. What do you like here? I kind of actually like Infuriate. Yeah, Wand works with Digger in that you can destroy it, but yeah, let's just take the Raider. Fill out the middle. It's not like we had a bunch of stuff there. We'll take Airstrike for the board. Natural End for the board. 14th pick is fantastic. Act of Treason, decent board. If we're going to be green-red, I think we'll have no shortage of opportunities to take Pump. We do need to prioritize Infuriate if we're green-red. Leyline. We're just haunted by Leylines today, but again, can't complain about that start. Just a bite here, I suppose. Druid, also not bad. Druid getting us to Chandra. Red is going to offer us some removal beyond Rabid. These are next to each other a lot and kind of represent a big choice in Limited. When am I boarding in Treason? If we're racing against bombs, you could like steal one of those dragons, that kind of thing, but probably unlikely to make the cut, actually. Yeah, Elemental matters fine. I'll have that be the tiebreaker, but that's a tough one. It's our buddy the Reef. Yeah, Silverback is nice. Everybody wants to splash the Reef. That's not super surprising. I don't know if that's correct, though, here. Like, we're not here now. All right, it's so good we'll be bad. And Seed. I'm not married to that yet, though. Not married at all. I like the Silverback here, though. Dagger Sail is good, but Silverback is just beast. Cloudskin Seer on this theoretical splash. Barkhide Troll to really make our 2-drops awkward. Or Reduce to Ashes to give us some Deece removal. Hey, buddy. Is there somebody out there? There's somebody existing in the world. Come here. Time to patrol the backyard. Ashes, reduce ashes. Everybody wants the ashes. Yeah, all right, we'll take ashes. Need some removal. There's a shock to add to it. Over the Crasher. I think we're pretty married to green. I don't think we're splashing green. We got Leafkin Druid, Silverback, Champ. I mean, we don't have to play these or whatever, but yeah, land could help support getting the reef in, but we pass a shock to do that. I don't know if I can pass a shock to support the reef. I'm going to take the shock. And here, I think Dagger Sail. Yeah, we got no 4s, and it fits the plan, because we're going to be pretty aggro here. Smuggler or Bond? Got one Smuggler already, but they're pretty effective at getting that final damage through. Pretty weak if you're on defense, though. If you're on defense, you just hate this. All right, we'll take a low drop, though. Here's a time to pick up this tracker. And everything wheeled, so we're in the right place. Look at that. We've got Might and Pulse and Grabber all vying for a slot here. Might be Grabber time when we just go super, super low to the ground aggro. Well, not super low to the ground. We're definitely playing this and this and this. So yeah, never mind. It's not going to be super low to the ground. We are playing these 5s and this 6. Yeah, Pulse is reasonable. What's it getting us? Dragon back, Shaman back. All right. Pulse, Pulse, all the pulses. Combat Trick. I think Invocation is good. Good. Playable to good. I don't know if I wanted over a second Pulse. Probably don't want a second, like, Pulse clogging is real. Like, you don't want to clog up on pulses. Yeah, good Classic C, I think, is a good way to put it. But I think I'm going to take this Classic C over a second Pulse, though. Plummet. I'm going to go aggro. I'm going to take another Aeronaut, keep it going. Take a Bond here. Maybe we play it. I'll leave it in the main. Another Bond, unlikely. Gosh, maybe we pick up a Rage to really go aggro if Rage looks like it's going to be good against this opponent, a given opponent. I think I'm going to take the Rage. I doubt we're playing a second Bond, and we may pick one up later. Rage could be a decent sideboard option. Muyan Ling. Well, we could take her and really try and find the tools to get there on Risen Reef on Splashing Blue. Thank you, Intangible. This is the paid account, so we don't need to concern ourselves with rare drafting. If we don't think it is the right pick for the deck, we don't have to take it. Yeah, we could take Mulianling and then really try and just see if we can get there. The cost is just like Crasher pup level stuff anyway, so sure, we'll see if we can do it. I don't think we can, but we can look.
None have prevailed.
I probably just want the spider here. Oh, Outrage. Sorry, I just missed the Outrage. I totally didn't catch my eye. What's this? Must be terrible. Huh. 5 mana, draw two creatures. But how do you take that over the Scorcher? Take the Scorcher. desperately hoping for some land or horizon or whatever, some fixing to support the blue. Wand for Digger feels too cute. Like, why are we happy? Like, what's your Jules? It feels like Jules, your combo is like pay a bunch of mana to put out a wand and a bunch of mana to put out a destructive Digger, only to spend 3 to draw a card off your wand. Is that what you're thinking? I don't know if that doesn't seem worth it. Let's look at our curve here. I kind of actually want to get a combat trick going. I think we have... Oh, we don't have any plummets yet. Let's do it. Plummet will wheel, though. So will Might, frankly. Might even want to just take another... We'll get Plummet on the way back around. I think we'll get both of those back, actually. Here we go. We can take this to start Splash Hopes. Late removal. Snap that up. Mastiff is playable 2. I'm going to take this combat trick. Pupper. Pupper number 2 over Veil, I think. Board for the Veil. Here's that plummet we can take for the board. Oh no, there was 2 plummets. Ooh, do we take... How's our 4s? Yeah, we didn't really end up on the fixing, but I'll take another plummet over the aeronaut. I think we'll be happy to have those plummets in the board. We have 1 natural end, and I don't necessarily think we need another 6 here. I think we're happy with our high end, so I'm just going to take natural end. And an Undead Servant. I'm going to get into the deck building view. I'm going to get into this. Looks like we have 8 cuts to make. Definitely not playing. We could still consider the Reef. It's probably a no, but you can talk about that amongst yourselves. I'm going to take a bio break and be right back. What'd we decide? Let's see. Catching up with chat here. Rocky is explaining my 2 different accounts to someone new to the stream. Yes, I have a free-to-play account that we try to get a draft a day in on Monday through Friday. And yeah, we've successfully... we don't really play during the sealed windows, so it's maybe not exactly 5 times a week that we've played on the free-to-play account, but it's awfully close to 5 drafts a week from free-to-play. I'm with you, Jules. As I was away on my bio break, I was like, I don't think we can splash blue here. It's like... Well, yeah, Mike, I'm a lightweight, but I do care enough about constructed that I do like having this paid account with actual stuff on it. Let's look at our numbers. 1910 is the current split. Definitely Prismite out. Probably 1 Smuggler out. Put the bond. Cutting the Raider makes sense. It's a little bit oppressive on the mana cost, and it's just okay on the ground. 16-9. I don't need 2 Sentinels, but I do like heavy, like, we are just kind of want to be a curve-out pressure deck. And I want Might of the Masses and the pups and stuff for that. But we can cut 1 Sentinel, I suppose. That leaves us with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things we are willing to play, but Holler is going to be tough to play on, too. I don't know, maybe we do want that dude in there, and we would rather give up something like a Destructive Digger. Yeah, that's where I was leaning. Fury I really like, actually. Fury can be meh, but we only have a couple of combat tricks. We have Might and Fury, which I think is about right. Like, maybe we cut Pulse and bring that again. Oh, we have Invocation as well. Bring Pulse in against grindier situations. I think I like this, and we'll call this one... Reefer Sanity. Not sure I'll be able to play out this whole draft. I hope not. I hope that we do so well in this draft that it's pretty clear that I have to go. It is my dear mother's birthday today, and she lives in Bellingham, which is about 90 minutes north of Seattle. And the kids and I are going to head out after the stream and go over the river and through the woods to Grandma's house. Take her out to dinner. All right, on. I think 8/8 evolving is correct. Hey, I didn't mention my sponsor, Card Kingdom, here on this second draft. I should do that because I like to make sure that each draft video I post to YouTube mentions my awesome sponsor, Card Kingdom. And here, I'll restart their logo. You can get everything you need for your Magic play there, whether at cardkingdom.com on the web or at Mox Boarding House, Seattle or Bellevue in brick and mortar. They got great buy prices. Their stock is incredible stock. Like, you can basically go complete whatever deck or project you want to complete at Card Kingdom alone, and that's pretty sweet. So please do me a solid. Go down to the affiliate link down below in my panels and give a click on the Card Kingdom link there and go check out their store. If you do not have Card Kingdom on your radar for your Magic needs, you are just missing out on some value. So make sure to get them on your radar. Thanks, Card Kingdom. Happy birthday to your mom, Doc. And I will surely let my mom know the internet says HB. Yeah, it's a mulligan, unfortunately. We're gonna keep this. It's probably irresponsible to keep the Chandra because she's so far away. And we do have shuffling effects to bring her back, but if we make it here, we win. We could also give up the Might, but Might actually does solid work with the pup. Tracker isn't doing anything major for a long time, but Tracker comes down and blocks. Yeah, I think we can't pitch Chandra. This is kind of like how we win, I guess. All right, I'll ditch the Tracker, but I don't like it. I want a 4-drop. Something's got to go, though. My mom is very nice, Prof. Oh yeah, I'd much rather have Chandra later than Tracker. I just want to be able to survive until 6. But Oppo is helped out by not doing anything before 3 at least yet, so that's nice. And the thing they're doing on 3 isn't a ton of pressure, so that's nice as well. We get to drop the pup without feeling too much under the gun, and we're drawing the lands we need to probably get to Chandra on 6 here. Oh, we absolutely should have played a mountain turn 1. I wasn't thinking of the contents of my deck, but whenever you have, say, mountain, forest, and you've got a red 2-drop in your deck, you absolutely have to play that mountain. And we quote got lucky by not actually running into it. So I like attacking, and then at most they block with 1, and we might the masses like. If this opponent, if Christopher Wallace here is a solid player, they're probably just going to let the wolf go through, but we're going to try. A lot of good things can happen if they block the wolf, so we'll try. But if they have any sense of what's up, they'll just let this through. And if not, we'll teach them a lesson. Nope, Christopher Wallace does not need a lesson. They sniffed it out. We could still Might and Bite, but then we're 2-for-1ing ourselves. When right now, is this an elemental? Yeah, right now Chandra's going to kill everything anyway, so we're gonna wait. And Chandra continues to be bad news for Oppo. Oppo's board. We just need to survive to it. Oh yeah, we were hoping they would block. Blocking would have been great, but I was not expecting them to. Most solid players are not going to block there. Yeah, they're putting up a lot of pressure such that we might have to kill something now just to make sure Chandra can do the deed next turn, but we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We take 8, go to 6, and then wipe their board. I mean, we have to 2-for-1 ourselves otherwise. So yeah, we're gonna have to take 8. That's plan A here. But we'll still offer him this. Yeah, another eagle wrecks our whole plan. But ideally, they play something that after the eagle dies will also be at 3 or less toughness. And then we get a whatever for 1 and flip this game towards our favor. Mike wanted to play it conservative and not die to pump, but what pump were we dying to in the in this matchup exactly? Yeah, but that's not going to kill us. Well, they haven't done this so far. Depends on how long it goes, Dionysus. Come on, one time block of the Herald with the Herald. I can't do anything. Just block with the Herald. Block with the Herald, and then we can win. Block with the Herald. Block with the Herald. Oh, the Inspired Charge, sure. Mike points out that we were dead to Inspired Charge last turn, so if we wanted to play around that, we did need to Might and Bite. They thought about it. Well, the real sad part is here that Chandra's not going to live. What's going to happen here, I expect, is Chandra wipes the board except for the Herald. The Herald comes at Chandra, and then we have to kill the Herald, but we can do that.
Let's make this quick. I've got other things to burn. Check out these fireworks.
If they don't go after Chandra, if they don't kill us... Oh, they did have the charge. Wow, look at that. Maybe they didn't have it at the moment? I don't know. I think they... Do you think they just do that, Mike? Why didn't they just try and kill us last game? Yeah. Alright, blue-white flyers. We get to bring in our plummets. That's cool. Didn't see anything for the natural ends yet, but pacifisms and freeze enchantments are abound in the color pair, but I think we can wait until we actually see it before we bother to protect against it. Oh yeah, Fry is also great. And Airstrike. So let's cut stuff that's not... We basically want to cut our instants and sorceries. Like, I like Uncaged Fury and all that stuff, but we're bringing in all of this great removal. And the Shock still seems worth it to me. They showed the Eagle or whatever, but they showed a lot of 2-toughness flyers, actually. Yeah, we saw a lot of 2-toughness. We saw the... well, maybe not a lot, sorry. The life gain flyer, though. Yeah, I cut all the pump. Could cut Shock if we didn't think it was going to do anything. Our split is now 15-9. Could cut a single pup. The pups weren't really doing too much. I mean, they helped the champ. Maybe we just cut another Sentinel? Sentinels really aren't doing much here. I like pup or Sentinel, but pup is kind of produces a equally useless 2/2 that the Sentinel does, but actually helps the champ, so I'm going to try it this way. All right, we'll keep this. We do have some serious anti-blue-white flyer tech in our sideboard. I know, right? All this play and nobody's playing a sailor. The trouble is right now 2 of our memes are on uncommon, so they're just going to be a little less common. That's what uncommon means. Playing our mountain correctly this time in case of drawing the red-red 2-drop. Just 2 new memes right now, yeah. For those of you who didn't catch them yesterday, you can go see them here. It's too hard to find. Let's see. Oh, there's a Woodland Champ. A little bit late, a little bit late. Pro-black. Graveyard Exile. Doesn't really hurt us too badly. Well, Woodland Champ, if you can survive, the Rapacious Dragon's tokens, as we all have learned, actually do trigger the champ. So, turn 5 should make a 4/4 out of the champion if it's still around. Yeah, we don't know what they had in their board. They may have had, it's like, all right, I have a great 40-card deck and no sideboard or whatever, so. I trigger them manually, Media. But if you go to my YouTube channel, I put the Come Sail Away one. I might just do them for you at some point here. I'll pepper them in so everybody gets to see them. Even though it's cheating a little bit, but it's cheating at our own game, so we get to do whatever we want. Well, we have a play for turn 4 in Airstrike if we want it. But we're very close to just making a bigger flyer. Kind of want to save this for their Flyer Lord. Heck, Oppo might have Sailor for memes. Well, the Chillbringer meme was made by Valhalla's Chosen. And if that's Brian, and if Brian wants to revamp it for Kitty Cat, that's fine. If not, we can continue to just use it as is for Kitty Cat. Again, we could Airstrike and even Smuggler here. But I don't want to Airstrike the Sentinel quite yet. I don't think it's worth it. I think they have better flyers, and we are about to own the air anyway. So I want to save this to use on flyers that prevent Rapacious Dragon from owning the air. Yeah, we'll see what they do. We can smuggle this and then make it bigger and still have it be unblockable. But if they attack with everything, we may just not even need to do that. Yeah, see, like, we can, but we just don't need to because if they want to chump the Woodland Champion with the Sentinel, that's fine by me. Second draft, first one did not go great. We bombed out 1 and 2. This is on the paid account, though. Order? What do you mean? Order. Yeah, gems have been we've been punished on gems the last couple days for sure. No, I didn't want, like, if they want to chump with their Griffin, I want to encourage them to do so. It was very intentional to not have my Woodland Champion be unblockable. In fact, Oppo made it unblockable. Free to play has... It had like 4,500 or 4,300 minus the 1,500. It has one buy-in left. One buy-in left. I wish Airstrike were instant. Ooh, Shock works though. Let's let them try and do a double block, and then we'll get them. Trying to figure out if we want to attack in with the smuggler as well. I'm trying to think of the blocks they could put on the smuggler. Nothing that we really care about. I'm going to send everything. Worst case, if they double block the smuggler with the 2 griffins, we get to shock one of them, and then we get through for 7 on the other side. So I'm just going to do this and believe that this shock is going to bail us out of any weird blocks from opponent. I expect them to try and take down the dragon with a double block. That's what I would do. I think they're stuck on mana and we're aggressive. They can't... I would be thinking that I can't really play around tricks and pump. I need to just hope they don't have it. Oh, they're going for this play. This is the one I was saying. This is kind of our worst case scenario in which we get 7 through and have to decide whether we want to use the shock on one of those sentinels. And I'm going to actually go shaman. Wilds. Crack this. Trouble is, since we have the airstrike, we can shock. Airstrike is sorcery, but it should really clear the path for a game-winning... No, what I was trying to do was get him trying to double block the dragon, and airstriking pre-combat basically kind of would have taken away that play. That was my thinking. If gems are gone on free... Well, no worries, Dionysus, because we have at least... Well, if we can get any gems back tomorrow, then we have a draft for Thursday, and then Friday we have gold drafts. So it'll be fine if we can do that. And yeah, this kind of just makes him pretty dead. Let's do this. Maybe you don't have to show them, Chandra. They might just scoop to this. If we lose again tomorrow, then on Thursday we have to play on the paid account. It's happened before. Nah, we don't... the free-to-play account's going to stay free-to-play. The punishment for running out of funds on free-to-play is not buying more. Although we could buy the new other package. We'll talk about that as a group, okay? You show up on... If we don't win gems tomorrow... We'll talk about it Thursday morning and decide what we want to do. Oh, they've seen Chandra? Okay, yeah, that's true. Aha! Apparently I should have taken that out of the sky while I could have. I mean, I technically have the 3 accounts, but I haven't logged on to the 3rd one in a while. I keep meaning to try and get my son to do it. Still looks good for us to attack with the 2 green creatures, though, so we'll start there. My son is 16. He's more of a Hearthstone player than a Magic player. He played more Magic with me when he was more 10 to 13 range and then kind of fell off it. It kind of makes me chuckle. There's something kind of poetic and funny about guy who is a lifestyle Magic gamer for 25 years, goes to work for the company, makes a podcast, has a stream, and then his son plays Hearthstone. That's just kind of funny. I'm just like, kid, son, you know that, like, if you just loved Magic, you have it all. Like, do you know how many 16-year-old Magic players would kill to have a dad with the Magic resources that I do? Like, you could play anything you want. Anything. We could build a legacy deck together. But fine, Hearthstone, whatever, Hearthstone. I think we're good. We liked our changes. Right? Nothing, I don't think I want to bring anything back in. All right, we need a little land, but if we get 2 lands off the top, going Mastiff, Digger, Aeronaut with Plummet to deal with their flyers is really nice. Did you start on Magic or Hearthstone? I'm curious. I'm always curious about that in particular, where people start. We'll get a mountain since we have the red Gobbo. Oh yeah, I know. What do we call them? Is Nick still here? Lapsed players. Recapturing lapsed Magic players is a big part of how Wizards wants to run their business. And in fact, this very application that we are playing is part of that effort, in a sense. We get the threat of activation to get the Mastiff through, and then we'll play the Digger afterwards. Yeah, the problem... the Deaver says, MTG puts so much more effort into their Limited. Hearthstone Limited is an afterthought to their devs. Really, if you look at all the competitors in the Magic space, how many cards are they releasing per year? You know, think of the number of cards per year that that a Hearthstone type game releases, and then now think of the number of cards that Magic releases every year. It's not even it's night and day. It's practically exponential, although I don't want to use math terms inappropriately. But the vast quantities of cards that Magic produces are what supports the Limited. The Limited is good because they print enough cards to make the Limited good. Our threat of activation on Mastiff is meant 4 damage that we would not have gotten from something like a Sentinel. That's worth pointing out. There is a draft against non-humans in Hearthstone. They have a different kind of system. Here we get Pup and Plummet and Bash. It's exactly what I was hoping this deck would do. Just curve out in pressure. Yeah, the fact that Hearthstone calls their limited arena is a little bit confusing, to be sure. Scoop it up, Jace. You got nothing. You're not going to play a planes and wipe the board, so just scoop it. All right, this ought to be close to game. I don't know why we'd care about which one has double. I'll kill the one with the double. Double flying is obviously better than flying, right? May as well attack with the pup. Maybe they'll block it. Well, they have a forced block, but then the Mastiff is just a win, so I don't see a way here, Oppo. Just scoop it up, man. All right, nice start for this one. Deck feels a little more cohesive and plan-oriented. I think what I'll do, we're going to play one more match of this. And then, gosh, I don't know if I don't think my mom cares, but I hate telling other people's ages since they don't necessarily want that shared. I don't know. But I'll say, how about this? I'll tell you this. She's closing in on 80 and her doctor said she has the health of a 45-year-old or so. You'd love her, Dionysus. If Dionysus came to visit me and my mom, I would just get lectures about my diet and what I could do to be healthier. It would be kind of a nightmare, I think. But yeah, Dionysus, you'd love my mom. You'd both be shaking your finger at me in exactly the same way. She is not. So maybe not exactly the same way. She's more. I debate my mom all the time because she's into the. I'm gonna have this reduced fat thing that technically has less fat, but has all these chemicals in it. So I've kind of, she could stand to be maybe a little bit more natural in her approach to healthy eating. But there's no question that she has led a low-fat, low-sugar life, which has made all the difference. I'm a sugar junkie. That's my big problem. Man, if I could cut sugar out of my diet, I think my doctor and my mom and Dionysus would be super happy. Anyway, I'm going to play one more here, and then maybe, depending on how long this takes, I might even take another spin with that sweet Scapeshift deck. What do I eat the most with sugar? Well, I have coffee every day with sugar in it, and I just eat a lot of snacky junk food that has sugar. God, go to an American supermarket and buy anything packaged and it has sugar in it. I don't care, even the supposedly savory stuff is just jam-packed with sugar. I only drink the sugar. Yeah, my progression on soda, we'll keep this. I drank a lot of regular Coke in my 20s. And man, regular sugared soda, if any of y'all out there are drinking regular sugared soda on the regular, I know Luisa said this on LR and everything, but I'm totally with Dionysus on that one. Man, sugared sodas are the real villain of American diets. But then I moved from sugared soda to Diet Coke, and then Diet Coke, I felt like I was addicted to it, like in a way that I was not to other stuff. Yeah, a lot of people can't believe that someone as dedicated to high quality coffee as I am uses sugar, but I told you I'm a sugar junkie. Turns out I like my coffee sweet like I like my chocolate sweet. And I refuse to apologize for it. I'm gonna take the the 0 for half. I'm not sure how you rate that exchange, but well, we got one thing out of the way, and like if they can't deal with this, man, an attacking 4/4 on turn 3 is pretty sweet. We'll pup this though. Too fat for my height. I'm sure that if you did like body mass calculations, the dietary professionals in the world would call me overweight. Yeah, which is funny because I feel I've lost about 35 pounds since I left Wizards of the Coast last year. I lost a lot of it in the first 6 months, so I was already pretty slimmed down when I started streaming. But yeah, I'm like at 215-ish now, and I left Wizards at about 245, 250. Yeah, we can swing with the 4/4, and we can even smuggle and swing with the pup and have the shock available. Yeah, my belly, I can feel I'm still a little plump around the belly than I feel is healthy. And I like to frame it as health. I'm not a body shamer. My wife loves my plump body regardless of the range that it's in, you know, so let's not get too hung up on how we look. But I recognize that fat does reflect health, and it's I try to make it a health thing. Yeah, so they're definitely going with no matter what we do. Let's see, what we want to do is put it this way. Let's see, they're gonna save one of them. They're gonna save the angel with the pro green. But then we get 1 point of damage on the eagle and then shock it after blocks, and then we're actually pretty okay with that exchange. Yeah, it switched order on me. I literally almost shocked the wrong thing because they were in different places when I looked away. Oh, those weight charts are quick to call people obese, Queen Dragon. Just, I hope you have a doctor that you're working with on how to be as healthy as you can be within the desires of your own life. But medical charts that want to label us can F right off. Gonna get some damage in there and drop this dude and wait for our 5th land to get this shaman going. Fencing Ace plus that is pretty good, although I'm happy to have them kill their sprite. Ooh, and that's nice as well. Let's go... I'm gonna telegraph a bit, send in everything, whatever. It looks like an all attack, but we're gonna might it up here. Take out the Fencing Ace. I mean, we can't just win here, so I like board control over extra damage. Yeah, we could have taken him to 2. Maybe that was correct. Was that right? I don't know. Yeah, Hat. Maybe I should have just gone for face damage there. All right, well, we do have our Silverback mana this time. And now if we go wide, we get a minimum of 6 through. They go to 4. They're not going to block the Aeronaut, though, right? They're going to try and eat. So we get 7 through, and they go to 3. And then we drop a Shaman? I am 6, 3, 210 to 215. I fluctuate between 210 to 215 right now. Yeah, I'm with you, Mike. Let's swing all. Send the pups too. Really scare them. Why not pups? They're not going to block them, and we're not going to block with them. Everything they got is flying. I just like scaring them. The pup attack just felt cute. It didn't really matter, right? They're not playing hasty colors or anything. Well, we were not beating that. That would be funny, Mike. I would deserve that, I suppose. But looks like they did not need Splash to jump out of nowhere and beat us. We're going to make the same swap, though. It looks like a same matchup we faced in the first match. See, I'm almost obese, right? That's what I mean. The medical stuff is very quick to call you obese. And again, it's just not very useful. I think at the end of the day, it's best to understand nutrition and what things are healthier to put in your body than not. And to try to... I think one of the biggest things for me in terms of weight management and how I eat is slowing down and letting my body catch up to the fact that I'm no longer hungry. I think that's the what button? The minus button? Is there a minus button? I didn't... Oh, this? You mean? Like, do that? Sure. I usually have it there. I don't know. I think I switched it that for something else and then wasn't switching it back for some reason. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting distracted. I'm going to lose the thread. And I want to take out the... less useful stuff. Take out the might. Take it out now that they're playing around it? Sure. Interesting, Stephen Hacking. I didn't know about that. Stephen Hacking says, BMI was never intended to be used for individuals. It was supposed to be a measure of countries by average. The statistics totally fall apart when you try to use it on a person. Well, they keep trying to use it on people. I'm 6'2", 6'3". Call it 6'2.5" if you really want to get specific. But I like to round up. We'll keep this. The mountain, leading with a mountain doesn't really matter because if we drew our goblin, we still couldn't cast it, but I'll do that anyway. Yeah, Dionysus, how many, you want me to type it on screen? Here. Yes, Marshall fits through normal doorways without ducking. He's not quite that tall, but brushes the top of the frame probably. Again, I don't know what you consider fat, but I would say no, Marshall is not someone I would consider overweight. Yeah, we're going to wait now on champ scamper interactions, so unfortunately that means we're just going to pup, but then it'll be pretty good after that. Well, we could champ, yeah, let's see, if we pup now, let me work this out. If we draw a land, we want to pup now, because we pup now, draw a land, spend 2 on champ, and druid plus these is the rest. Mike, you don't want to try and get that land and get the super insane value? Because super insane value is pup into land. And then if we don't have it, we can still just champ then. I'm going to do it. We're going to draw a land. You watch. You watch. Mountain off the top. Value town incoming. They're going to pop it over for some extra damage. We're going to say no blocks to try and... Are you kidding me, Dionysus? Will you look on screen? Look at the bottom. Look what I did for you, Dionysus. Come on. Are you trolling me now? Well, my point was that not drawing the land, we're not even that far. It's all right. We're just... a turn on, and darn it, shows our lack of a shock pretty clearly. Not going to block with the wolf, so we'll send it in. No need to take any more here, I don't think. We do have Plummet up. That would be great if they would drop a flyer here. It doesn't turn off the Leafkin in a way that matters to us. We're going to untap and play Scamper without the 4 creatures. It doesn't matter. The way it would matter is if, we wanted to do Chandra here, but we're just going to stick with the Scamper plan. They showed us Inspiring Charge, so we could take up to 12 off of the Fencing Ace, but 12 is not 16, so I'm going to accept it. let's see. The wolf dies, but nothing else does. So why don't we send in the wolf? And they're also not going to block the wolf with the current situation. If they block the wolf, we can't Chandra, but they're just never going to block here.
Ever see a volcano erupting? Everyone knows the bigger explosions are more fun. Like someone's getting a little sweaty.
Yeah, you're right. Wolf wouldn't have died anyway, Mike. I don't know. I was thinking that was a worry. That's why it was a safe attack, because they couldn't pump. Did they really need to make that +2? You know, they don't really need to make anything. But I think at 6 mana, R&D has a lot of leeway in terms of power level, I'll say that. You want to blame Cheon for something, blame Cheon for frickin' Baby Teferi. That's an oppressive planeswalker. This is 6 mana, whatever. I mean, it can't be countered, but like at 6 mana, you get a lot of power that you're allowed to put into a card. Jules, I don't know who made Baby Tef, but we all know Cheon loves blue-white, and he's in R&D, and we know his name, and therefore it's all his fault. Pretty simple. It's so fun to be a fan again instead of being someone in R&D, being blamed for everything. Anyway, we like our changes, so we'll just run it back. I don't think there are few people who could claim to be a bigger troll than Luis Scott Vargas. All right, this is fun. We're in a tight matchup here. I love this start. If we can just get a little more land, ideally another mountain off the top. But we're gonna keep. We got Leafkin Druid on 2. We've got a Shock ready for their first flyer. We found the mountain we wanted. All coming up Millhouse. Maybe they'll play us something to Shock on turn 2. That would be sweet. Like that. I will. It's not an amazing card, actually, but we'll take it out. Curve out here. Do we want Druid or Hauler, actually? If we... Let's actually do Druid. Get a 4-drop on 3. We don't want to outrage here, but I will take this turn to Tracker. Now that's a target. Interesting. We have a lot of ways to go here. We have Plummet plus Hauler and Activate, and we have, but with instant speed Plummet, I like attacking with the Tracker, seeing what they're up to, seeing what they do. Then we get to respond to their blocking decisions or lack thereof. We have seen... Did we see any pausing there? Okay, I want to... let's play the Ember Hauler and take a note for a God's Willing pause. So I want to see if there's a God's Willing pause here. Definitely a God's Willing pause. So I'm gonna hold off. We're gonna be very cautious with this plummet and actually try to combine it with Hauler or Outrage or some other combo to ensure we get around their God's Willing, because I think we're gonna need to take out that Eagle, or it's gonna get pretty rough here. Or if they want to tap out for us, that would be excellent as well. But nah, they're not interested in a tap out. But now we have both Outrage and Plummet ready, so we can send in. Do we want to send in with the Hauler here and tempt them into blocking it? Then we're, at that point, going to actually go for the Eagle with our Outrage and Plummet. Well, I think so. We want to take out that Eagle, so I'm going to go ahead and attack in with these two. Worst case is they have, like, Convolute and God's Willing here. But I think they're just going to continue to be happy to race anyway, and I'm expecting both of these to get through. And I'm going to do this on their untap to make them use their mana on their turn. Oh, interesting. Well, let that resolve. See if they want to do anything else. They don't. Okay. Wait until they swing? I didn't want to give them a draw, Mike. You want to give them a draw? I guess we're sure they have it anyway, huh? Like, why do you want to give them an extra card, though, Mike, is what I'm asking. They might go for the charge. All right. They did show charge before, so we'll play it KG, even though we've really telegraphed that we've got stuff to do here. I'll do it in response. The funny thing is you don't even, like, it's a different color, so it doesn't even really matter to do it in response, but it's the plan anyway, so now we get to see if they had extra backup. They did not. Oh yeah, good point. Outrage does stop the scry. That makes it worth it. Just thinking about how the protection side didn't really matter, but the scry side did. Well, we have a Mastiff we can play. Kind of like being back on D, though, and trackering here. Although, no, we can play, let's see, play Mastiff and we can still tracker. Great, let's do that. But I'm going to spin the wheel on their end step. It's not sorcery, right? Because the tracker makes an effective blocking threat. Am I liking this deck? I like it better than our first one. I just like this proactive plan of curve out attack and... I mean, they get their damage in the air in right now, but we're in a pretty good spot to start to take this over. Huh, yeah. What does that give you for attacks? Some decent stuff. We could have hauled the Inquisitor or something there, but I didn't think that was correct. I go this and like this. And then we can decide if we just want to trade the hauler off. I guess we don't. I guess we'll just take 2 here. If they have charge, they can't cast it right now. Yes, that's true. We can just kill a 2/2 instead of saving an extra point. Oops, that messed up my blocks, though. Like that better? I don't want to sack and kill. I want to use the tracker this turn. I'm going to try this. All right, how are we winning this race, though? Look, the captain was one thing, but I don't think we... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. I want to cast the Aeronaut to threaten some damage of our own. Aeronaut can trade with a 3/3 on the ground, you mean? Yeah. So we're definitely playing the Aeronaut. I'm just trying to figure out if we're attacking with the Mastiff or leaving it on D. I think we attack with the Mastiff. We got to do some attacking of our own here. We're not going to make our way to the finish line successfully, I don't think. And okay, so they're giving that. We had 9 mana to work with. We need 4 for the Aeronaut. We'd like 1 for the Hauler. That's 5. So we can actually pump twice and still do what we want to do. Although it does tap down the Leafkin Druid as a blocker to do it twice, so I'm not going to. I want the Leafkin Druid as a blocker more than I want an extra point of power there. This sure feels like inspired charge, so let's work out our blocks as though they're going to give +2, +1 to everything. That means we're probably going to fire off the Hauler in response. So the Inquisitor is going to be dead based on the Hauler. So let's actually... We'll put the Hauler... Well, we can put the Hauler on the 3/3, or we can put it on the 1/1. Yeah, tracker on the 1/1 is nice because it still gets it, but it does die. No, it doesn't die. Okay, yeah. We'll go this on the 3/3, this on the 1/1, and I mean, we can put Aeronaut here because we're going to use it anyway. Whatever. It doesn't matter what we put on the Moorland because we're gonna use the Hauler to kill it. Not bad, team. We saw it coming and blocked properly. I think we just need to actually reduce this Sentinel to ashes, as sad as that is. They are out of plays, though, and the Sentinel is the thing most likely to get us on this board. And the Captain. And 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 5 to the ashes. So this we can do 4. We can do 2 pumps this time. Ah, nice. I was like, well, I don't think that's enough, and then boom, it's enough. Nice. Well, winning gems on the wrong account, but 2-0. Nice place to start with this deck. I will adjust my measurements off of the screen now. Go to 2-0 with this. Although actually, like I said, I'm going to go NA for record and format. I'm going to call it standard. Because I am going to play, we're going to stop on the draft for today. And I'm going to play, yeah, sorry, no credit card numbers, social security numbers,